Hi everybody, this is Raider Hobbs over at Mac Corporation. Today we're going to kind of go through some different product lines and kind of show you how we differentiate these products and what makes them special. So today here, this is a typical 22-foot standard tub style container. So what do we do on our standard tubs? Here's what we do. You've got a 4x4 by 1/4 inch top rail here. This is for strength, as I've mentioned in other videos. It's nice having that 1/4 inch top rail. We've got our push plates here. So if you guys are moving these cans around, or if you got a forklift that's moving the can around, it's not gonna puncture and hit this post. So that's why we got the push plates there. You've got ladders here. So we've got 3 ladder rungs on both sides. That's convenient for when you're trying to get up over the top of the can, look inside or move around. That's why we have that for mobility. This can is a typical cable pull container, but we also offer hook lift for the tub style as well. Here we've got a tie down bar. That'd be for your traditional, your tarp bars, or any tarp system that you're wanting to put. Now I know a lot of the tarp systems now are automatic, but we still offer the tarp bar, for your manual tarp systems. Here you've got a 10 gauge sidewall, which that's standard on all of our, standard spec cans. You've got a 3/16 floor, and then you've got 16-inch centers on our floor channel spacing. And then we've got our back door, which I'll show you in a second. Now on this container on the inside, you're gonna have a 9-inch taper. So it's gonna be narrower in the front, wider in the back. That's how we ship them, and if you see them in our videos, they're stacked like dominoes for the shipping purposes. That is one pro to a tub, as you can ship more in a load. So it is 81 inches wide in the front, 90 inches wide in the back. Now again, guys, this comes out to about 8 feet outside to outside, but I'm talking about strictly inside the container dimensions. So now we're gonna get into a standard tub style back door. So again, this will be pretty similar to the squares, or the rectangulars, as you can call them. You've got your 3 latches here, which is nice, and then we've even got a pinpoint here, so the door actually has to guide itself in. This is good, guys, because we want the door to be strong, and we want it to support any kind of weight that you're going to put inside. So strong door offers a lot of support when you have 3 different latches, and then you've got what I call the guide here that allows the door to latch into place. And then we've got 3 different what I call D hooks here. That'll also, for manual tarp systems, just more tie down points here. Or if you do got to hang a door when we ship, it's nice to be able to just put your chain through here, and then you can hold it up, with forklift, skid steer, whatever you're using, and you can guide the door into place with these pins. And now to the other part, you've got 3 hinges, and then again we've got our greasable points here, and then you've got your pins that'll lock in. But again, 3 hinges, 3 latches. All of this is for supporting the door, because we don't want anything springing open on anybody. Why would you want to use a tub style container? Now again, I know this is a long debate and you can keep going back and forth. I'm just going to give a few reasons why. The first would be for shipping purposes. You can ship more tubs in a load. The second would be, I think, billboard. I think on the tub you have a nice surface here for your billboard. Now this is a smaller container, so it's a little bit more constricted, but on your taller or your bigger containers, you're going to have a huge billboard space. And the third, I believe, would be really mobility and able to move around. Like as far as stacking purposes, you can stack 2 tubs. If you're going somewhere far, you can take 2 in a trip. On a square you can stack, but you have to turn one on its side. So tubs are a little bit more mobile, a little bit more flexible. So now we're going to get into the rectangular containers. Some of you call them squares. Also known to us as our R model. So rectangular model. This is the other type of container that we offer. So you've got your side post here on 24-inch centers. Obviously on a tub it's going to be smooth sided. The reason for that is going to be for more strength and support for the sidewall. So having this on 24-inch centers is going to give you more strength, especially when you're putting heavier debris or construction type material inside of the container. Some special features on this that you'll probably see on a tub, it's going to be smooth sided. On here, you don't really have a smooth surface, so a lot of guys will add a sign plate here so you can put your lettering. CW's really huge here in town. Great customer of ours, we appreciate them. Another thing is you've got your top rail. So you've got 4x4 by 1/4 inch top rail. Same as the tub, it's 1/4 inch, 4x4 by 1/4 inch top rail, 6x2 by 1/4 inch main rail. We've still got our 10 gauge sides here, just reinforced with the side posts. And then we've got a 3/16 floor with 16-inch centers on the floor channel spacing. So a lot of the specs on our standard cans are going to be the same. You've just got some slight differences. Obviously the inside widths are going to be different between the tub and the square. So on the square, you've got 7.25 feet inside. Now outside to outside, it's going to be 8 foot, but inside 7.25 feet. That's the same dimension in the front as well as in the back. All right, so very similar to the tub in the front here, not a lot of difference or variance here. So you've still got your push plates here. You've got your nose rollers, you've got everything here. It's cable pull container. Now one thing, there is no ladder rungs like you saw in the tubs. We do put an additional D hook here on both sides. These are again manual tarp tie down points. I know a lot of you have automatic tarps, but we still add those as a backup. So on the tubs, you obviously have your ladders on the front. On the squares, you don't have room for that. So we put our ladder rung here on the side so you could still get up over the top of the container. So on the side post, in a lot of areas of the country that we work in, it gets really cold in the winter time. Now, the only issue you could run into with side posts, which we've seen in this past, if water gets inside of here and there's nowhere for it to escape, it will freeze and it will expand, which will then bust this side post. So if you notice, at all of the bottom of these supports, you gotta have one of these weep holes. That way the wind can get in and the water can escape and nothing gets trapped. This is just something that should be on all your standard rectangular containers. So this is very similar to our tub style, but I still wanna go through it real quick just so you can see. We've got our 3 latch system here, very similar with our guide. We have our D hooks here. Again, these are manual tarp tie down points. And then we've got our 3 hinges here on the door as well, with our greasable inserts here. And then you've got your pins. And again, as I mentioned on the tub, it's nice to have these for not only the manual tarp tie down points, but also when you're trying to put the doors back on. When we ship them, we have to take a door off. So if we take a door off, it's nice to run a chain through here with your forklifts or your skid steers so you can line the doors up and then drop these pins in. Why would you pick a rectangular container? I'm going to keep it brief. I know there's a lot of pros and cons to both, but why would you want a square container, rectangular container in your fleet? Well, strength, support, and longevity of the can, you definitely need to go with the rectangular. The side post on 24-inch centers is huge, and adding that support and strength to the sidewall. If you're getting into a lot of construction and demolition debris, I think a rectangular container is right for you.